What's up, everybody, and welcome to Truth Bombs and Messy Humans podcast. My name is Brian, and I will be hosting today's segment. Today, we've got a crazy CNN story to talk about. You ever hear a story so wild, so bizarre, that your first instinct is, nah, that's AI-generated bullshit? Well, buckle up, because apparently 3 elderly nuns in Spain are, allegedly, on the run, accused of being part of a transnational drug smuggling ring. That's right. Narco Nuns. Sounds like a Netflix pitch, right? Breaking Habit Season 1. And while I wish I could hand you a nice little police report with mugshots and court dates, I can't, because the sources, thin, the details, shadowy, the truth, still fogged up like a church confessional window. But here's the thing. We're not here just to fact-check headlines. We're here to ask, why do stories like this grab us by the throat? And what does it say about how much we trust, or no longer trust, sacred institutions? Let's start with what we do know. CNN's 5 Things segment on September 16th casually dropped this line. 3 elderly nuns on the run, but no follow-up, no names, no order, no location, just vibes and suspicion. And yet, the internet ran with it. Why? Because the idea of nuns, literal symbols of purity and service, being involved in drug trafficking shatters the illusion. It flips the archetype. It sells. But here's the brutal truth. This wouldn't be the first time religious figures were caught in the dirty business. 2013, Colombian women dressed as nuns tried to smuggle coke through San Andres Island. 1987, Bolivian sisters busted in Amsterdam with 37 pounds of blow. Even in 2024, a real Italian nun, Sister Anna Danelli, got arrested for acting as a Mafia messenger between prisoners. Let that sink in. Spiritual access being used to pass criminal messages. This isn't just a story about rogue holy women. This is about how trust is weaponized, about how the appearance of virtue becomes the perfect cover. Now let's talk Spain. Southern Spain's no stranger to drug trafficking. It's a known European narco pipeline. Speedboats, tunnels, fake companies, corrupt officials. If you're going to move product quietly, what better way than through a global, trusted, barely questioned network of religious institutions? Think about it. They have international reach. They move in and out of countries constantly. They're cloaked in moral authority, and most people don't suspect a nun carrying a box labeled donations. Does that mean every convent is moving kilos? Number. But does it mean the infrastructure is vulnerable? Absolutely, especially when the Catholic Church has already had, let's say, a long-term branding problem with scandals, secrecy, and silence. So what's this story really about? It's not about 3 old nuns with Bibles and bricks in their luggage. It's about how even our most sacred spaces are being tested, infiltrated, twisted. And maybe it's also about us, our obsession with contradiction, our craving to see virtue collapse. Because when someone in a habit does something heinous, it hits harder, and it confirms the growing suspicion that nothing is pure anymore. Let's stop pretending this nun narrative is new. Because Spain? Oh, Spain's been running religious scandals like it's a legacy institution. Remember the excommunicated Poor Clare nuns of Belorado? Last year, a whole convent of sisters literally rejected the Vatican and started their own off-brand cult vibes. They were hoarding property, fighting legal battles, and some say they were sitting on millions in assets. No drugs there, at least not officially, but when you've got nuns playing sovereign citizen, something's rotting in the tabernacle. And then there's the baby trafficking scandal. Decades of elderly nuns forcibly taking newborns from mothers, often unwed or poor, and selling them into adoption, telling the mothers their children died. It happened in Spanish clinics and convents. It wasn't one rogue sister. It was a decades-long operation protected by the silence of the cloth. So no, the idea of criminality inside convent walls isn't far-fetched. It's just been sanitized, spiritualized, and hidden behind holy language. Here's the real talk. We've been conditioned to see nuns as harmless, quiet, pure, but in a world where everything is a brand, purity is just a marketing strategy. And guess what? It works. A nun can walk through customs with a rosary and a duffel bag and not raise a single eyebrow. She's seen as selfless, untouchable. No one's patting her down because she looks like a moral authority. But that's exactly what makes religious networks vulnerable to exploitation by criminals or by their own hierarchy. The Catholic Church isn't just a faith, it's a global infrastructure with diplomatic immunity in some cases, billions in assets, and a long history of protecting its own. So if you were a cartel, or a trafficker, or a man trying to move something you shouldn't, why wouldn't you exploit that? And maybe that's the deeper truth behind this story. The Narco Nuns headline isn't just funny or viral. It's a reflection of how easy it is to hide darkness behind devotion. Let me say this loud. This isn't a hit piece on religion. It's a call out on institutions that protect appearance over accountability. From Spain to South America, the pattern stays the same. Keep the secrets in-house. Silence the dissenters. Protect the image, not the people. And this is why stories like Narco Nuns matter, even when the facts are fuzzy, because they force a conversation about who we trust and why. Just like Charlie Kirk's funeral isn't just about the man, it's about the myth. These headlines, they reveal the cracks in our moral systems, the way we let charm, collars, or habits shield people from consequences. Because sometimes the biggest red flags wear white robes and talk about salvation. This is Truth Bombs and Messy Humans. Don't forget to like, sub, and tell that one friend who's way too into true crime, documentaries, and evangelical Reddit. Stay messy, stay loud,